I love that we do these little polls and I ask you what it is you want to hear from me about, and then like 80% of you all want the same topic. That makes my life so much easier. So today we're going to do a conversation chit chat about relationships and how to curate and cultivate healthy ones. If you're a part of my community, potentially you have people pleasing issues. Okay. My name is Lisa Petrick, and I am here to tell you that I am a recovering people pleaser. I had parents, both mom and dad, who trained me to chase them for love. I had to earn their love. And you better believe that then played out into the relationships that I had for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, folks. So I'm here today to help you clear out that clutter, those cobwebs, and help you start paying attention. Some tips to help you really make sure that the people that you're allowing into your life are the right people. My name is Lisa Petrick, and on this channel, we talk about emotional development, glow-ups. Fashion is on my other channel, at Lisa Petrick. I have some older videos there that the content is the same as what I'm putting on this channel. I want to provide the research knowledge that I have gathered over the last 3 decades of studying this. I have been looking into healthy relationships, mindfulness, how to change your life, how to evolve since junior high school. Like, I want to say 12 years old, I got my first Marianne Williamson cassette from my aunt, and I just played it over and over and over and over again because I knew that what she was describing and is explaining was something that I needed to learn that I hadn't been taught by my parents. First things first, you need to audit your life. There are times in your life where you're gonna get ready to go meet someone and you're gonna feel exhausted, you're gonna wanna cancel, or you're going to feel overwhelmed or nervous or like anxious about them, or maybe you will feel drained and like, oof, I really don't want to, like, you'll probably literally have the sensation. I want you to audit the people that you have connection with. There are moments in your life where you're going to be in an upswing and moments in your life when you're going to be in a downswing. And to me, a friendship is when you are in the down, that person gives, okay? And when you're in an up and they're in a down, you give. It's not 50-50. It doesn't have to be perfect. But when you are having a bad day, they support you, they listen, they offer a shoulder. Sometimes we just want to be heard. So like, they don't force their opinion. These are the qualifications of a healthy giving relationship. If you are meeting with someone, and this was a big tell for me when I was figuring out how to have healthy relationships in my 30s, if I am meeting with someone and I leave feeling exhausted, angry, uncomfortable, like someone was mocking me, like I was just like being treated like a puppy, and that happened to me a lot where girls would just like make me meet them somewhere, and then like I was like a show pony that they would like walk around wherever we were and like brag to me in front of everyone else, because being with me and bragging about themselves gave them like some sort of power, so they would constantly like just use my energy. That's a big one. If you're an empath and you are intuitive, you will find people find you and they only want to meet with you or hang out with you when you can solve their problems. And they like word vomit. They dump all their emotional baggage, all their trauma onto you, and they just like spew their garbage everywhere. Just like, I'm mad about this, I'm upset about this, I hate this. Oh God, I got too excited. And they just blah, 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 like all this yucky comes out. As empaths, we take that on and we want to solve it. We can kind of understand social environments better than other people because we have that intuitive ability and we can understand like both sides of things. And then we help these people for free. And then we leave feeling drained. This happened to me a lot in the last couple of years where I would just like sit down with friends and they'd be like, oh my gosh, my work situation is this. What do you think I should do? And then they would just let me talk and then, okay, well, thanks, I gotta go. And then there was really like, or there was like a 5-minute, like, how have you been? Oh, you're great. Okay, cool. And then I would be like, oh, like I couldn't be social for the rest of the day. And it took me some time to realize what they were doing. Unless they're not doing it, hopefully, consciously. I think subconsciously they just knew that I was very intuitive and I was like very connected. But you have people in your life that know that you're really nice. You have people in your life that know that you would give them everything and anything because that's the kind of beautiful heart that you are. And I want you to stop. I don't know how it became so 0-100 separation of narcissists and nice people, because these nice people are like running around afraid to have an opinion or a personality that doesn't agree with the narcissist at all times. And if they show any sort of self-confidence or a boundary with their preference or their thought, the narcissist shuts that down and the nice people allow it. And I'm done with that. I don't want you to become a narcissist. Trust. If you wanted to become a narcissist, you probably would struggle because you have a beautiful heart and you're really not wanting to perform in that way. Most narcissists don't realize what they're doing. Like, they realize that they have power and they realize that they like ask you for things, but they don't realize that it's crossing your boundary because you're not telling them it crosses a boundary. And if you were to tell them that it was a crossing of a boundary, they wouldn't give up. Because to them, if they had a boundary they wanted to tell you, they would, and they wouldn't hesitate, and they would be so strong and confident in that boundary, they wouldn't feel bad telling you. So the fact that you feel bad, they don't care. They don't care that you feel bad for setting a boundary. That's on you. That's your ish, right? So I want you to allow yourself to lean in. This is going to sound terrible. Lean into your narcissism. Not like literally, but like lean into your preferences. Lean into your, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there. We're not doing that again. Like, I have a friend, well, I had a friend, I canceled her. She was late, I want to say every single time we hung out, and the second to last offense, she was 20 minutes late, she had overslept, and then I had said, fine, we'll meet in an hour from now after my workout, and she still wasn't there on time at that meetup, and then was late again the next day to lunch. Sis, I'm out. You already got 2 extra chances than you should have had. Like, my time is very valuable. You understand that. I have a lot of appointments. And me just sitting around waiting for you, that doesn't work for me. And I had voiced that to her. So we don't have the friendship anymore. And that's okay. There are people that will come into your life to test your boundaries. There will be friendships that find you. And listen, a lot of the times your energy will attract what you feel. So if you are in victim narrative and feeling bad about a boyfriend or partner or about your job, you will find more people that have that same vibration, and you will attract one another, and you will like lock in, you'll click because you'll have shared emotions. Okay. But something that I'm realizing in my healing journey and my evolution of Lisa and myself is in 2020, I was here and I had friends. I had a lot of friends. And then in 2021, I kind of went up here, but I like would dip down to here. And then 2022, you know, I really had a shook with my brother passing, and I went down here and people up here didn't really try to bring me up. So then as I climbed and I surpassed them in 2024, now there's just such a huge disproportion to our levels and our energies and the way that we look and treat ourselves. I can't associate with them anymore. Like, I just went to a work conference and there were people there that I used to like really connect with and vibe with, that I was like, oh, I'm paying attention now. You used to treat me like garbage. Yeah, you used to do really not nice things to me, and I used to tolerate it. And now that I'm setting a boundary with it, you're uncomfortable because you're not used to me setting the boundary. And listen, I feel uncomfortable right now. I feel like I'm going through a breakup because some of these relationships, I've known them for a really long time and I thought we were friends, but it's clear to me that they were friends with the old version, the lower vibrational version of me, because they're in a low vibration. And it's going to be challenging for a high vibration and a low vibration person to have connection and chemistry, because the lower vibration friend is going to want to be in victim narrative. They're going to be angry. They're going to want to do unhealthy behaviors like drinking, sleeping around, staying out late, not doing self-care. Their energy will be dark and like hateful and, you know, in an icky dark space. You're trying to stay up here. You're not only trying to stay up here, you're trying to go up higher. So it's uncomfortable to do. It's a breakup, but you have to cut those old dark toxic relationships. And let me tell you, the universe, they're going to bring you new friends. And let me remind you, it's quality, not quantity, with everything in life. It's quality food, it's quality, everything that you can touch and want for yourself, you want quality. All right. Sure, you could want quantity of certain things, right? But I'm going to guess that you're going to want a brand new version of one versus 4 old versions that are kind of beat down, right? It's always going to be quality. And something that a lot of my clients have struggled with in the last few years that I have to just really kind of like help them get through is as you have this spiritual transformation, as you have this self-love evolution, as you start to make boundaries for yourself and set more clear expectations of how you expect others to treat you, you're going to lose a lot of friends. Yeah, you're going to lose, sorry, I'm dyslexic. You're going to lose a lot of relationships that you found very important and you gave priority to that don't deserve your priority. They don't deserve you. Yeah, I know, because you have like this group of friends, and first of all, I've never understood having one group of friends, because like if you piss off the wrong person, you lose like everybody. So like that sounds like a real risky investment to me. I always used to be the floater. I would have like 3 or 4 groups of friends, and I would, since I was like 15 and had a car, I would drive and hang out with all 4. First of all, it's way less drama because you just pull out when there's like beef going on. I'm getting off topic. I just really want you to focus on who is draining you and who is like lifting you up. Who's like, hey, let me grab your arm. Let me carry you the next couple feet of your journey. Let me text you the next day after our meetup and like check in on you and see how you're feeling. Those are friends, okay? Everyone else that you saw in the office that doesn't really give you what you give them, or the person at your, I don't know, baby meetup, whatever, that like isn't asking you follow-up questions about you and is more so talking about themselves, like I want you to pay attention to that. Like I really want you to, because this person that I just dumped from the conference, we met for a solo one-on-one, and I asked them about their family, I asked them about their relationship, I asked them about their business, I asked them about their dog. What did they ask me about? I reflected on this literally this morning, and I was like, listen, I was asking them so many questions. I don't think I talked about myself at all. And that is a huge tell if the relationship is giving you add value. I don't want it to be narcissistic. I don't want them to be like praying to you and like worshiping you. But there should be days where you leave, especially as a recovering people pleaser, and be like, oh my gosh, that was a lot about me. Like, wow, like I feel really healthy and happy after leaving that. And then maybe the next time you get together, they're having a hard time with work, so you can pour into them. It's just like any love relationship too. There has to be an ebb and flow. It's not going to be a 50-50. You get 30 minutes to talk about you. I get 30 minutes to talk about me. There are days, weeks, months, years where one of you is going to be in a lower place than the other and climbing their way out. And a real friend, which I have 2, okay? A real friend is going to pour into your cup way more. And it's going to be a beautiful experience. And it will make you want to reciprocate. Again, you're not going to be like sitting back and being like, okay, yeah, thanks, Maya. Thanks for taking care of all the emotional bandwidth with our relationship. And like, I don't have to contribute or help you. No, that's not what I'm saying. I think you get what I'm saying. So back to what I was saying about your vibrational pull. It's not even just what you are radiating that you attract. It's what you allow that you attract. So I'll use this past example, you know, like this person had me stay away from everyone else. This person had me come earlier than I had planned. And then this person blew me off. So I had no real way to access everyone else that was there. They were all at a different location. And if I had the day of scrambled and tried to reach out, I would have looked weird. So like they put me in a very uncomfortable situation, not meaning to, but just very arrogantly, in that they had no intention of actually following through what they had insinuated what would happen with our friendship while I was there visiting. It was like, yeah, sure, we'll hang out. And then once I got there, we didn't. If you're not healthy, healed, and whole and showing up as a quality human, you won't be able to pull or attract that kind of friend in. So it's really important that you show up as all of those beautiful attributes if you want a high value friendship. And listen, I clung to the wrong people for the longest time because I thought quantity was where it was at. I thought, not gonna lie, I thought being a Chicago socialite and knowing every bouncer and manager and top waiter at every high-end restaurant was important. And I thought that those people actually cared about me. Delulu. Because here's what we all don't want to admit. Having no friends would make us a loser. We were taught in grade school that the person that was cool, everyone liked them and wanted to be friends with them. That made them cool. So now as an adult, we want everyone to still like us. But as you age, you realize that you give less fucks if someone likes you. So you're at this like really weird crossroads because so many sirens. So you're at this really weird place where you want to maintain all these relationships with like high school friends. No, college friends. Like we want to maintain all these relationships because it's a reflection on us. And maybe subconsciously we're like, when I get to the gates of heaven and I have this long list of everybody that loved me, it will give me more value. But that ain't the case, sis. You having boundaries, loving yourself, going out with people that make you feel healthy, whole, and happy, that is what the special secret sauce is. Because with you radiating in that and hanging out with those high value, add value people, you're going to elevate yourself to the next dimension. So like your life's going to get better. So again, what I had to tell my clients, and I had to go through my own metamorphosis with this, is less is more. It's okay to have 2 best friends and see each one of them maybe every couple months. I know that sounds crazy. Who are you going to hang out with? Who are you going to go to the bar with? Who are you going to like travel with? You know who you're going to go with? You're going to go with you. That's how you're going to meet new people. Yeah. You're going to go places by yourself. You are going to take yourself on a date. You are going to take yourself where you want to go, and you are going to sit with you. You're going to have conversations with you. Not out loud. You'll be locked out. I mean, in your head. Go with a plan of like what you want to like think about and like what problem you want to solve. Maybe even bring a journal. Go to a dinner. Go by yourself with a journal or some I like to listen to classical music while I journal at a restaurant for dinner. And you would be surprised at how many waitresses are like, that's hot. The fact that you're here reading with a steak by yourself, like it's hot. It's a very strong person can do that. And listen, I know that this might be too much for you right now, but I just want to like plant the seed because I promise you it will change your life for the better. It really will. And you think that having a large quantity of friends is like adding value to your life, but it's really depleting you because you're not only are you spreading yourself thin to all the commitments and hobbies and life goals that you have for yourself, you're spreading yourself thin. Or how would you have time for self-care if you're depleting yourself, giving you and your energy to someone that doesn't deserve you? So those are my thoughts for having healthy and reciprocal relationships. Pay attention to how your body feels. If you are sitting with this person and your stomach feels queasy, or if before you go meet this person you feel exhausted and drained and you're just dreading it, it's time to let that friend go. And it may just be a temporary pause from the relationship. You may circle back to each other, but it is not your job. This is a big one. This is a big one. This is a bonus thought. This is a big one. Don't miss this. When someone is in the depths of hell and they're in victim narrative and you've tried countless times to help bring them out, they get a maximum amount. This is not a permanent, indefinite amount. It is not your job to rise them up. It is not your job to fix them. It is not your job to make them feel better. You can support them. You can give them your words. You can hug them. You can tell them that you're cheering for them. But after 3-4 hangouts of them existing in that one energy space, you need to pull yourself away. You cannot let this person drown you with them. Yes, you are their friend. This is a friendship. You need to give each other care and support. But no, after a certain time and line, you have to set that boundary for yourself. It's unpopular opinion. You may not like that. I mean, I'm talking with your parents. This can be applicable. Siblings, childhood friendships. And the levels that I mean in this are like cheaters, addicts. Like if someone is behaving in a really toxic way and just like spiraling down the drain in front of you constantly, you need to save yourself. It does not make you a crappy person for pulling away from them and taking your energy back, because that's like one of the most toxic things that you can do for yourself, is to stay in a friendship where that person is in a bad place and you let them take you down with them. Whew. Woo, that was a heavy chat, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comment section below what you agreed with, what you disagreed with, what you'd like to see in the next video, if you like this content, if you'd like it to be, you know, more explanational or more advice of like, I don't know, just tell me. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you need. I'm here to help. It's literally my human design purpose is to help. So, okay, my friends, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. We love subscribers on this channel, and have a beautiful and blessed day. Bye for now.